Hello everyone! So today I wanted to do like a combination of two different videos. I wanted to do the K-pop tag that I've seen go around a couple times, but I don't like doing videos where I'm just like talking at the camera, so I figured I'd combine it with doing a makeup look that's based around Chimmy. I figured I'd do this now because I have to dye this wig and cut it up and it won't be white anymore, so I wanted to get this out before I have to lose a piece of my cosplay. I'm also going to use mostly Korean stuff just because that's what I have on hand, but I don't have like a Korean version of like every single piece of like makeup that I'm going to use, so like it's just a mix of everything. So I've had a lot of like redness, so I'm going to use this green corrector that's from Etude House. I've had this forever and I really like it, but it is a little drying, so I try to only break it out when my redness is like really bad. So the first question on the tag is how did I discover K-pop? And I guess it was in high school. Actually, well, even before that, yeah, probably like late middle school, early high school. I was at a party and one of my friends just started playing K-pop videos, you know, like the classic like Girls' Generation G and like some Super Junior and Shiny, and we were just like fixated and like thought it was really cool. But I wouldn't say I really got like super into K-pop then. It was just kind of like a tangential one-time thing. But then in my senior year, Big Bang came out with their live album, and I really liked that album. I really love Fantastic Baby, the music video for it, and from that video I started looking into a lot of other K-pop videos as well. Just kind of coincidentally, right as I was first getting into it, Big Bang had the live concert in Newark, and for some reason there were still tickets available, so I bought some secondhand and me and my friend went, and it was like such an amazing experience that I basically became obsessed after that point. The second question is, who is your K-pop bias? And I'd say my ultimate bias is Top from Big Bang. He was the first one in the video for Fantastic Baby that I was like, ooh, who's that guy? And I really like him not only because he's gorgeous, but he also is like super goofy and weird. And he's actually really like shy. I feel like in person he's a pretty like reserved personality, but also is kind of goofy. And he likes like toys and I don't know, just has like interesting hobbies besides just like, oh, he's a pretty idol. Besides Top, my other favorite members are Zico and Jaehyun. Really like all of Block B. I love Block B. They're my second favorite group besides Big Bang. And I've had a complicated relationship in terms of who is my ultimate bias, because Zico is such like a fuck, but I can't help but love him. And right now, like pretty much everyone else, I am obsessed with BTS. I wouldn't necessarily call myself like an army, but I really like Jimin. I think he's so insanely cute. And I don't know, I feel like both Top and Zico are like, since they're older than me, they're sort of more like boyfriend material, whereas like Jimin is more of like I have like motherly protective instincts towards him. Oh, the foundation I'm using is this other one from Etude House, Stay Up Rosy. It's not my skin color, as you can probably tell. Maybe you can't on camera, but it's quite yellow orange-y. This was on sale in YesStyle, which is probably why it was on sale, because I don't really think it's a very good foundation, but this is one of those cases where I'm using a bad foundation because I don't want to waste my good one, just because I'm gonna not really be doing anything besides this video today. The next question is, who are my favorite boy and girl groups? And this is what I say to that. I usually stan boy groups and girl soloists, mostly because all of the girl groups that I like no longer exist. Stuff like 21, 4 Minute, like Girls' Generation, is pretty much on their way out. So I have been listening to a lot of Red Velvet, but I don't consider myself like a massive fan of them, even though I have a lot of friends that really like Red Velvet. And I do think they're very talented. I'm just not a stan. In terms of boy groups, I used to like a lot of different ones, but I've kind of honed over the years to only like a certain few. My top 3 I would say are, like I said before, Big Bang, Block B, and then BTS. There's a lot of boy groups that have B in their name, like B1A4, Beast, or I guess they're not Beast anymore, they're Highlight, but BTOB. I don't know what that trend is, but it kind of makes it even harder if I feel like someone getting into them to be like, this is not the same boy group that starts with B. Okay, favorite soloist? Again, I guess in terms of female soloists, I really like Lee Hyori and Ailey. In terms of male soloists, like all of them are members of like groups, so like can you really even call them soloists? Right now I've been listening to Jonghan's album a lot, as well as Hobie's mixtape, which like, who isn't listening to Hobie's mixtape right now? This looks pretty gross in person, but it's okay. It's not showing up on camera. That's the thing, is my makeup looks really gross, but the second I use this powder, suddenly it becomes less disgusting and uneven, and more like uniform. This powder is the freaking bomb, and I finally like hit pan on it, which you can't really tell on the camera, but it's one of the only powders I've used enough to actually hit pan. Okay, next is a classic K-pop song playlist, and for this, I guess I would say like songs that I would recommend to people that if they are just now getting into K-pop and I didn't hear it when I guess it was first starting to get big in like 2012. I would say Fantastic Baby, obviously, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's like me being a VIP bias, but like I feel like it did really like change the game in a lot of ways. Besides that, I would say Block B and Newly Mumbo was really good. That was the first song that I saw that I got interested in them through. And then I would say Infinite The Chaser is like really, really good. I'm really sad it's not on Spotify. It's really depressing because that song is definitely one of their best. And then I would say Ailey's Heaven is like incredibly beautiful and I love it so freaking much. Really all of Ailey's songs are really good, but that's like particularly impressive. And then I would say like BTS Blood, Sweat and Tears, because I feel like in a lot of ways that song is like for BTS their version of Fantastic Baby, in that like it really like solidifies their aesthetic and like put them on the map in terms of being like a really, really amazing, like deep, beautiful song. But I also would say like now my personal favorite BTS song, which is Pied Piper, and it was the one from their new album that like made me more interested in listening to them. Next is my favorite music video, which a lot of the same thing happening here. My favorite music video is Big Bang's Fantastic Baby still to this day. It's just amazing. I feel like it's such a clear clarity of concept, which is something that I think BTS has in Blood, Sweat and Tears, which makes it sort of like the new era version of Fantastic Baby. Next is my first K-pop concert, and that was the one that I went to when I was first getting into Big Bang, to go to their live concert. And I was like 4 days after that like watching fan cams and like getting so into it, and I like just wanted to relive the experience as much as possible. 2013 was like a really good time if you were a K-pop fan and you wanted to see them live in the US, because I feel like a lot of groups came here. Like I saw, besides Big Bang, I've seen BIP, I've seen Infinite, and I saw Block B and I did their High Touch, and that was really, really amazing. It's one of like my like favorite memories besides the Big Bang concert. I also saw Big Bang when they came back for their Made tour, and while I did really like it, it didn't live up to my expectations, I guess because they were so high from the Alive tour. I felt like there was a little less, like, interaction almost. I felt like they were kind of reserved, maybe because they've gotten older. I felt like with all the encores they did with Alive, it was just so, like, crazy and, like, hectic and, like, more playful, where I don't feel like they did that as much with the Made tour. I also had to go to the bathroom like literally the entire time because I like sat down and then I was like, I'm not leaving my seat, and I just had to hold it in for like, what is it, 2 hours? I'm using this thing, which is the Bling Bling eye stick from Etude House, and it's basically just like a white shimmer highlight, but it's like really, really thin, so you can't really like do it as like a full highlight on your face because like it would make like lines on your face and you can't really blend it out. So it's mostly just for like the inner corners and like, I don't know, the eyebrow highlight. Next question is my first K-pop purchase. I'm gonna say the first album I ever got actually wasn't bought by me. It was a Christmas gift, and it was G-Dragon's One of a Kind, the bronze version, which I still really love. I love all of GD's solo stuff. And the first, I guess, actual purchase I did, I can't really remember when it was. It was probably either Block B's first album or an Infinite album. I have a lot of Infinite albums, which is weird because I'm not as much of a stan as them as I was in the past. I feel like they were just like always available at like anime conventions, so I ended up buying quite a few of them. And Block B stuff never was, so I just never got a lot of Block B things. I just ended up getting a lot of Infinite things. Okay, so I'm gonna do a Tade eye because Chimmy is a puppy, which basically means you go down to make your eyes look more droopy and sad. One thing I've realized, at least in my makeup, is that I have quite spread apart eyes. At least I think so. So I think my eyes look a little weird when I make a really long wing downwards. So I've tried to do more eyeliner in like the inner corner section to kind of counteract that. And I think it helps with making my eyes look less weird. That's actually not too bad. I don't hate that. And the final question is, what is a current K-pop playlist that you have been listening to? I'm going to talk about this more fully in another video, maybe. But I absolutely love Holland, and his single, I think it's been long overdue that we had a openly gay K-pop idol. And he is just super sweet and adorable, and like I love that because he's kind of like independent, he can interact with his fans a lot more, and like post videos of them and talk to them on Twitter. So I really like that about him, besides the fact that I like his music a lot. I'm sad his song is also not on Spotify, considering I really only listen to music through Spotify. I also recently have been re-listening to Sungri's solo albums, especially his second one, and I really like the song. It's called Come to My, and then like a Korean like symbol, so I don't know what the full name is, but I really, really like that one. And for Block B, I've been listening to their most recent single, Don't Leave. I was recently talking to like my friends about Block B, and I was saying that I feel like they've never like cracked the code and like made it big because they never had a song that was on the same scale as Fantastic Baby or like Blood, Sweat and Tears. Like they never had like a really serious, deep, like again, clear clarity of concept like video that like is really distinctive, and I feel like Don't Leave hit that in some ways, especially in the second chorus where there's like they're on the beach and then there's like the mirrored image on top. I feel like that was really striking and unique, and I would have liked to see more like of that like theme like in more of the video, because I feel like without it the video kind of falls flat. But I felt like that was at least the beginning of them starting to like take themselves more seriously. I can't believe Park Hyung has single-handedly saved Block B numerous times. I've fully become Chimmy now. I think when I get an actual wig for him, I'm gonna get one with just like long pieces in the front and then short along the back, so it won't be so like lots of hair right in the neck region. I don't have what I exactly wanted to use for this, but we're still just gonna have a grand old time making myself a dog. Ideally, you would do this not with eyeshadow and with like a little like kohl pencil eyeliner, but I don't have any of that anymore. I didn't realize I didn't own any anymore, so this is what we're doing instead, and then maybe I'll outline it in liquid. Don't know yet. It actually is not turning out too bad. I just think I'm going to have to be careful or else it will smudge everywhere. So ideally you would put makeup sealant if you did this afterwards. Trying also not to get it into my nostril, because that would be gross. Yeah, does that look right? That's okay. Now I'm fully chimmy. Trying not to get black eyeshadow on my cute little mini chimmy, but yeah. So anyway, here's my finished chim look. We're twinning. We both look adorable. If I was a real makeup artist, this wouldn't look so gross, and I would have the correct tools. But hey, try my best. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I don't really do like K-pop videos, even though that is like another really big fandom that I'm part of. But I might do more in the future just because I want to do more K-pop like looks and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!